As we celebrate Thanksgiving this week, we have to remember our pets are celebrating along with us. We want to keep them happy and healthy. Dr. Krista Wells from Veg ER for Pets is here with me. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
All right, let's talk about the big feast and our pets. What is safe, what is not?
Yeah, I think it's a great question when we think about big Thanksgiving meals. We want to make sure that we can still have them involved with our meals, but how can we do it safely? So one of the things that we often talk about is just making sure that they have low-fat items off of the table. Most of the time, foods that we eat around the holidays are very safe for them, but when you're trying to think what is the most safe, think turkey over ham because it's a lot lower in fat, and so it can be a little bit safer for their systems to digest.
And you were telling me not anything particularly toxic on the Thanksgiving table. Just don't overdo it.
Just don't overdo it. There's nothing much toxic. When you're cooking and preparing, you have to think through raw garlic, raw onions that can sometimes be toxic in large doses for pets if it's dropped on the ground. But nothing in particular really stands out as toxic for a meal. It's just a matter of those are not items that dogs are exposed to every day, so we need to be mindful of how much they get and what they're getting.
During the holidays, our homes see a lot of traffic with folks going in and out, and that can be dangerous for our pets.
Yes, yes. So we think about doors being opened a lot and dogs that may have a tendency to escape, but owners that are there with them every day really are cognizant of that. And so when we have guests, we have to remember to either put our pets away or to just be mindful of the doors being opened. It's a big high traffic time, so we don't want our pets escaping and then either crossing roads and getting into traffic or even getting into scuffles with other neighbors' dogs. So we have to be mindful about foot traffic too.
And speaking of scuffles, we also might be mixing some dogs that generally aren't together. Any tips for making sure everybody stays happy?
Yes, I think it's just knowing your dog. If your dog is one of those that's a little bit more fearful, maybe it's time to put that dog away when everybody walks in and there's new guests into the house. Trying to give them open space to mingle for the first couple of minutes, especially outside, can be really helpful. Putting food away before pets that don't know each other are together is also a great thing to do, as dogs can be defensive over food. But really just trying to be mindful of pets really do want to play, so just making sure that they do it in a safe environment is the best way to do it.
And if something does happen, you guys are always just a phone call away.
We're just a phone call away. It's the lovely thing about Veg is that you can always call and speak to a doctor. So if you're worried about something that happened, even if you think it's minor or really big, we will try to guide you through that and give you advice on should you come on in or can you stay at home and continue to enjoy your guests.
Perfect. We want everyone, including our pets, to have a good Thanksgiving.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you.